Happy Monday, everybody. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whoever's gonna or whoever's watching me right now or who's gonna be watching us later. It's me again, Hustle Hour with me, Marianne, of course. Hello, everybody. For those people who are new to my page, this is Marianne. I'm a wife. I am a mom of two. I'm a full-time sales administrator and a part-time online mentor. So I'm just giving you a brief background. I've started season two of Hustle Hour with Marianne, wherein I invite business partners of ours in the community for them to actually share their journey and somehow hopefully would resonate to whatever you have in your life as well. And for tonight, I have a very special guest. Sis Veronica was actually, I've met her from a faith community that we have in our business community. Yes, we have those too. So for like-minded people like me and her. So without further ado, let me welcome Sis Veronica. Hello.
Hi, Sis Marianne. It's just been a privilege to, share the forum with you tonight. My name is Veronica Ramos. I'm originally from Mexico. I am a grandmother. I am a mother, and I still work full time as an operations manager. And of course, before work and after, like Marianne, we run our digital business and loving every moment of it.
Yes, I would like to thank you for saying yes. I know it's been. I was just telling my supporters here who's watching us or will be watching us later that you and I have been online friends, like
Yes.
online sisters in Christ and also in the business, right. And I just told her when we were like talking backstage that can you imagine we've been seeing each other every Sunday before, right? For the faith community that we have.
Yes.
And then things happen, we have to prioritize other things, which is still okay, right? And then now we're back to the business, right? This is the good thing about our business. You can hit pause, go back, do a fast pace, or do your slow pace, right? It's up to you because this is your business. So let's just start off, right? So if you can share your story on what made you start your online business.
Yes, Marianne. Sometimes as parents, we get those kind of like calls in life that sometimes you're not prepared in life.
Oh yeah.
For me, was it's going to be over 2 years. My daughter in Europe, she needed to have emergency surgery,
Mhm.
and as a mother at that point, I felt like ashamed because I was not prepared. I have obligations in my current employer. Yes, I can take PTO, but it was a very busy season for us. So that, trigger, there has to be something that I need to do in case I encounter these emergencies. I will be ready.
Mhm.
The other thing is, I was looking for a business that I can do from anywhere in the world because I want to be closer to my grandkids and have that flexibility that as long as I have, Wi-Fi, internet connection, my phone,
Mhm.
hey, I'm ready, especially when I'm getting closer to retire. I'll be prepared.
Yeah. Oh, that is so great. We each have our own stories, but I think most of the time, like 95% of the time,
Mhm.
it boils down to family,
Yeah.
right? That's where we started. That's our biggest why, whichever it is, like, a family member or like your own family, your kid, your uh, uh, having a future ahead,
Mhm.
right? That it all boils down to our core, which is our family. And I think 95% of the time, that is the reason why we or like anybody in the business community start the online business, right?
Correct, correct. Because you don't want to miss those milestones, and you are in the go, 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 and sometimes you neglect your family. And that's the beauty of this, that it kind of helped me switch my mindset that no, I need to make my family first, my faith, and my family a priority, because that's the driving force, whatever we do, whatever leap of faith we take, whatever opportunity, whatever challenges, we have our family in mind. What can I do to provide a better life for them? Especially for me, being a single mom is has been my journey all
Yeah,
the.
yeah. And I know with me personally, right? It was hard at first, right? Because with me, I don't have a business background. I don't know
Mhm.
this social media platforms, right? I hardly post on my Facebook, right? But with you though, what was the hardest part when you were starting, or like, during balancing business, family, and your work?
For me, is just to start learning to have those set schedules, because at the same time, you still want to perform to your max, because that's a commitment that you have towards your employer. And that's one of my because work ethics, I still need to commit to that. So for me, the hardest was to kind of set some pockets of time, like early in the morning. That's when you will see me maybe post, or towards the end of the evening, after maybe before I prepare dinner, if I have a little pockets, or after dinner. But at the same time, is kind of balancing, because, like I said, you can access anything via your phone. You can reply via your phone as long as you have it, no interruptions. But I learned that I can run this business around my family time. And that's the beauty, that you learn how to do that and be present at the same time, because I want to enjoy those moments with them as well, and give them their attention. And also, take care of my house. But to find that balance, like I said, it doesn't have to be what is the long hours, but also it's a commitment that you're doing to yourself. And yes, sometimes maybe you're tempted. I want to watch a movie, or just veg. So kind of readjust your mindset. Hey, can I use this time instead of doing that for this? But also, I do make time with my family. My son say, "Hey, man, let's watch a movie." I make it a point to be present for him at that time, or my granddaughter, or if my daughter invite me. I took the decision that moving forward, they are gonna be my priority, and that's has helped me. And sometimes you have to kind of use some tools, some scheduling tools, how
Course.
to balance it. Like, you're going to have a busy week, whether it's in your personal, your work, then you can kind of even take advantage and plan your posts, because we're in attraction marketing, and you can just go ahead and schedule it. And that's how you kind of learn how to balance. But believe me, at first it was hard,
Mhm.
because you're like, am I going to have time? And then I realized, no, I'm my own business owner. I can do or work my business on my pocket at times, on my own time that I have, without disrupting my family time. But it takes that adjustment that you have to do. And yes, sometimes you have to say, hey, I can go to the party, but I cannot stay late. Maybe an hour and a half, but I got to go back. So you learn to set some boundaries, but at the same time, you're still living life, because that's what we want. We want to be present, and we want to enjoy life. And yes, you have to have your commitments and your obligations, but after that, then you're free to run your business.
Yeah, I can totally relate with what you've said, right? Because the reason I was attracted to
Mhm.
this type of business, like our business model, is because you can work it. The business model can work around what
Mhm.
you have, what time you have left, right?
Yes.
Because we are wearing different kinds of hats
Hmm.
during the day, and I cannot be, not being there with my kids just because
Hmm.
I have this new business, right? I don't, no, 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 because that they are the reason why
Hmm.
I actually gotten into this business. So why am I gonna be like, putting more hours in the business and then sacrificing
Correct.
the time that I have for them? No, that's not it, because they are the reason why I started this business in the first place. Right? So I can totally relate with that, what you said, and working through it, adjustment. At
Hmm.
first, it'll be a little bit hard. You do
Yes.
trial and error here and there, right? And then you will eventually have the groove of it, right? And then you
Correct.
know what to do moving forward, which is good. Yeah. So, with that being said, though, Sis Veronica, how was the business change your outlook of the future?
For me, you know what, Marianne, is the outlook for the future for me was my self development. Because before, I never made myself a priority.
Mm.
So now I have learned that this is a bright future because now I can take care of myself personally in my personal life. I can now learn to prioritize my family and my time. And the outlook for the future is that we all want to have that control of our time, and of course have those resources because I love to travel.
Of course.
And who knows, I also like to taste new foods and experience life. I never had the opportunity, into I was already an adult, that I can see that there's more for us in the future. If you have the time, if you have the resources, then you can even volunteer to your church, to
Mm.
organization, charitable contributions. It gives you that flexibility. And of course, you need those resources as well at the same time. So for me, it's a future that I think that we all are seeking, whether we voice it or don't voice it. But that will be a future that we're all seeking, but also to believe in ourselves, our capabilities, to learn to trust us, and to continue to be there for our family. Because at the end, in a blink of an eye, sometimes I look at pictures and I turn around and I see this man standing next to me, and he's like, where did the time go? Where did the time go? It seems that now that he's an adult, I'm
Mhm.
spending more time with him than
Mhm.
when he was a child. And if I can help young mothers like myself to regain that time, I think for me that's my contribution for the future, for future families. Not to go through what we or what I did or what I went through,
Mhm.
sacrificing my family, and learning to take care of myself because if I'm healthy mentally, physically, I can be there and be present for my family and do the activities. I want to enjoy my grandkids. If they're running, I want to be running with them. If they're climbing, I want to be climbing with them. And not to deprive myself. I'm not saying, splurge, but even just that ice cream with them. Then I say, okay, I can afford it because I'm taking care of my health for today or doing something different. So for me, it's a bright future because I have learned and also to have that peace, the inner peace. And what I'm doing is my purpose in life. And that gives me a peace of mind and a bright future and smile every day because every day is a gift that we all get. It's just how we are going to approach the day. And for me, I'm happy because it's a brand new day that I get to do what I want.
Very well said. I cannot think of anything that I could add into that because like what there's a cliche that they always say,
Mhm.
like, okay, time, you cannot change time anymore. If it
Right.
passed, that's
It's
it.
gone.
You're gone, right? You will see photos of you with your children or your grandkids, right? And you're not in it because you're
Mhm.
like what, at work, doing overtime, or like working 2 3 jobs,
Mhm.
right, left and right, like. But there is an option, there is
Mhm.
a way for you to be able to have more flexibility. Instead of like doing multiple jobs, you're able to do this on the side, and adding more time in what matters, which is being there, present to um, the memories, or like
Mhm.
the present time that you have with your family, which is really great. I love that, what you said, that I love it so much. So with that being said, no, like when we end this conversation, this lovely conversation, what would you say to someone who's still unsure about starting their online business?
What I would say, is believe in yourself first. Take the leap of faith. And of course, when you start the journey, whether it's this digital business or any new endeavors, look for those individuals who are going to be there for you, those mentors that they're going to guide you in your journey. Because the first step is to take the first step, and the rest will be history and up to you. Like they say, the sky is the limit. So go for it. Check it out to see if this is for you. But if it's not, find something that is going to give you or regain that time with your family and have those resources.
That is really great. That is really great. Because you know what? At the end of the day, whatever I say here, like in my podcast, and whatever Sis Veronica will add on to what I've been saying, with doing this online business. At the end of the day, the decision will be yours and your household as well,
Yes.
right? So but for you to be able to arrive to that decision, you should also
Mhm.
research, ask questions, ask the proper questions. But for you to be able to ask the proper questions is for you to be able to have an informed the
You see,
information, the
mhm.
details in it, right? And for you, then that is with our complimentary webinar, right? And then once you've watched that, then you'll be able to ask the correct questions for you to arrive to your decision. So,
Correct.
Sis Veronica, thank you for gracing us with your presence tonight. And if you're able to, like, say anything with regards to our supporters, inviting them to your page, or like, or in your own language as well, if you want, go ahead.
Lo que les quiero decir es de que tomen la oportunidad para luchar para su familia. El tiempo no lo van a regain otra vez. Hagan lo necesario, lo que tengan que hacer, pero hagan a su familia que sea la prioridad en su vida, porque un día crecen rápido los niños y no se acuerdan de que no estuvimos presente en su vida. Be present for your kids, make them a priority, because at the end, they will not remember the things you bought, but they will remember that you are not there present. That's all I can say. Take the leap of faith.
I love your last sentence. Really hurt. Really put something in my heart, and hopefully that will also resonate to whoever is watching us and will be watching us later. The time that you have spent with your kids will be the one that they will remember, not the things that you've given them, not the material things that you've given them. They will remember the moments that you were with them. And this is an option for you to be able to do that. And you may reach out to either one of us, is Veronica or me. Follow us in our pages. The details are below the comments. And if you have any more questions that you want me to tackle on in the near future, you can do so. Don't be strangers. Say hi. And again, Sis Veronica, thank you very much for gracing
You're
us with your
welcome.
presence tonight. And hopefully, you know what, somebody will resonate to your story. And again, thank you and have a nice week ahead for you. And bye, everybody.